We good? We good?
Yep.
Prince, make sure you pull up next time. But thank you so much for the support. I see you on YouTube, all right?
What's good with you, YouTube? It's Mr. Royalty, and we're back. We're back. We're here. And I'm ready. I'm ready this time. Usually I'm not. Usually I say I am, and then I fall off. But it's not gonna happen this time. Hopefully, we're gonna fall over there. I'm gonna try to premonish. I don't think that's a word, but I'm gonna make it one. But anyways, yesterday was a wonderful day for me. Um, this is pretty much just me talking about Momocon and talking about things I like, things I didn't like. Um, and then at the end, I'm really happy today, guys, because of certain reasons and stuff. And some of y'all probably already know. I know I had to tell a lot of people of this one event that happened. But let's just get into it. Let's get it started. Okay. Getting started. Um, I woke up around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, ate, got food. I had the 4-day pass for Momocon, but certain things happened, certain restricted things that I couldn't go there Thursday and Friday. But I was like, I got to go there Saturday. That'll probably be the biggest day, biggest events and everything. So I woke up at 11. I ate. I got some food in me. I took my creatine, got all that done, took a lot of water, and then I headed out at like 12 o'clock. I got down here at 2 because I'm a speed demon, but we don't have to talk about that part. That'll be in another video probably. Y'all probably see me driving in another video. But so I went and I got to Atlanta around 2:30. I'm in South Carolina, so it wasn't that far of a drive. But I got down there and everything was great. Everything was fun. I love seeing the buildings and all that architecture and all that stuff. I'm not really experiencing that stuff, but I like the view. I like the stuff like that. But anyways, this is one of the things that I didn't like that was going on. So there was MomoCon, and then at the same day, same time, there's a parade going on. So parking is like crazy. Parking is so crazy. And it's crazy enough that you can't find parking spaces. But when you're waiting in a line to make a turn into a parking lot and you're waiting there for 30 minutes to an hour, you're wondering what's going on. And that's what happened with me. It happened with a lot of people actually. There was like I would say at least 20 people behind me. There was 2 people ahead of me. We were just waiting there for 30 minutes. Parade was going by, parade stopped for us to go by presumably, but the cop wasn't telling us to go by or anything. They wasn't doing nothing. They was just sitting there. And eventually somebody got out. I was finna get out and go ask, but somebody had already did it. So I went out, I got up my car and I went up to the dude who asked the lady. And then apparently the lady said there was no more parking spaces. And I'm like, why wouldn't you tell us that instead of just making us wait? I understand somebody leaves one per person. Pah. I understand somebody leaves, one more person can come in, but there's 50 cars behind you and you can see this. So why would you just stand there, get a sign, do something saying, hey, you might need to merge into the other lane. You're going to have to be waiting here for a while. But they didn't do that. They just let us wait for no reason. But that was one of the little things that made me mad was like, why? There's no reason to that. No rhyme or reason at all. You could have did so much better than just sitting there and doing nothing. Somebody had to get out and ask you for you to even say anything to us at all. And then after they asked you, you just sat there. You didn't even come to the cars or nothing. I had to come up to the dude to even know what was going on. So it was crazy. Parking was. I went to 2 places. I couldn't find anything. So I went to a parking garage. I was at the very bottom. I just parked out there. I think it said no parking, but there were so many people doing it. I don't think the cops cared anymore. And as I could see, the cops wasn't even really doing their job anyways. I love Atlanta, but that day the police was a little off. And no disrespect to y'all, but that could have been. I had to do a lot of things to get into this event that I don't think I should have did. I hopped the fence at one point. I hopped the fence and I went through an employee entrance at one point. So I hopped the fence. I asked the dude, I saw the Momocon badge. I was like, how do you get in? They're like, you hop the fence here. And there should be some. He pointed to a direction. I hopped the fence. I went that way. I saw somebody else. I was like, how do you get that? And then they were like, oh, you go over there. I was like, oh, you already got your badge. Where are you going? And he was like, we're going to a separate room. And he was like, my brother's in here trying to distract me, guys. But um, okay. Anyways, we go into a separate room, and I was like, so where do I go? And they say, you just head that way, keep going straight, and you should be able to see signs. So I headed that way, and then I saw a door. I thought that was the door to go. So I went through the door, and then I saw another door. I opened it, and it said employees only. But I was like, I'm already inside. I might as well just keep going. So I went down the employees only door, hallway, and then I saw workers. I saw everybody at places I was not supposed to be at. So I just kept walking, kept walking. I eventually found out the place where I was supposed to be going. Um, I went down steps. The steps were already corded off and everything because I wasn't supposed to be at that point in time. But the steps were corded off, so I had to go underneath the cords. I finally asked somebody to, they led me to the right place. Finally got my tickets. I was ready. And then after that, I had a blast. I had a great time. I'll put pictures up here, but I had a great time doing what I did. I met a few people. We talked and everything. The main reason I was there was for Monsters We Make, and a lot of people were there for Monsters We Make. And if not for that, they were there for CoryxKenshin. Some people didn't know Monsters We Make; they only knew CoryxKenshin, and I understand that as well. But a lot of people at Momocon was there. I would say solely from what I was looking at was solely for that man or that book. But at the time, I didn't even know where the booth was or anything. I just went inside. I looked around all the rooms, and then I saw a like, big convention center with a bunch of different booths. So I went down there. I was hungry. I got some pizza for $14. They said it was Papa John's. It was more like Red Baron. I know Red Baron stuffed crust when I see it, but and I tasted it too, and it wasn't Papa John's. It was Red Baron, but Papa John's garlic butter. But we don't hate. You got to get your money, so it's what it is. But he's trying to distract me again. But so I don't know what you're trying to tell me, brother.
Energy.
Put some energy in it.
Yeah, the pizza was $14.
Okay, okay. The pizza was $14, guys. 14. Is that better? Is that better? Okay. The pizza was $14. And it was a crazy thing. Soda was like $4. I went out of the Papa John's line to go into another line because the soda was $3 at the other line instead of 4. So I waited in that other line for like 30 minutes just to get a soda. But I started talking to people about where the Monsters We Make booth is and everything. I overheard them talking about CoryxKenshin. I was like, "Do you know where the booth is?" And they were like, "Yeah, it's somewhere over there. It's the biggest one around." I was like, "Of course it is." So I'm over there. I start walking to the booth, and I'm hearing that we can't get there until 4:30. I'm like, I understand that. They want everybody to be aligned and everything. They have a plan, or so we thought. We thought they did, but they were saying they did, and we thought they did. It got chaotic at the beginning of everything. 4:30 happened. I was talking to some people. They said get inside the tape. They did this for 2 days. Once you were inside the tape, you were usually good. So we got inside the tape, and then they were like, "This isn't even the line." And now we're confused. Like it was the line the other 2 days, and then there's a whole nother group. Like I said, I have pictures and videos. I'll put it on here. But there's a whole nother group of CoryxKenshin fans, Monsters We Make fans, all the way against the wall. They're like, that's the line. And we're like, that's not a line, it's a crowd. And it just got hectic after that. Everybody started coming in, security started coming around. Corey was not even there yet at this point in time, but security started coming around. They were like, get back, like that. And it was so hectic. They were like, get in the line, and we were all like, where's the line? Nothing was being communicated properly. It was a lot of commotion that didn't really need to be, and that was another little pet peeve of mine. And I understand it's a big event. You can't really control everything and all that. And I eventually talked to the people, and they were like, they didn't know. They did not know it was going to be that many people. And I understand that. But I feel like they could have handled it a little bit differently. Like gave Corey like a private little section or a room, and then had a line forming from that room instead of inside the place where all the booths are. Especially making it the biggest booth, and everybody knowing it's Corey Kenshin is gonna crowd in. But from what I heard, it was way less people the other 2 days. It was like 1,500, 2,000 people who showed up on Saturday. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Um, Everybody was in there. Only like I think 50 to 100 people were able to get inside the ropes, and they were like, "We're cutting it. It's a fire hazard. We can't do anything about it." So they had to move the crowd out. Everybody tried getting pictures of him. I got some pictures of him, and I got some videos of him that I'll probably put on here. But it was a great time overall, and I'm just glad that I got to see him. Even see him was enough for me. And I can tell everybody else thought the same thing. Some were disappointed because, a lot of us wanted to meet him, take a picture, get something signed. But seeing him, just that, because that's my idol, guys. And I've told you all this, but just seeing him was enough for me. Like, I was able to see him, I was able to almost touch him. That sounds weird. I know it does. Somebody asked me if I touched him actually, and that was kind of weird. I'm not gonna air him out though. But I was almost able to like touch his shirt. He was that close. But I got some recordings of him. I'll put it on here. Show him walking through. Everybody crowded around him. I could tell he was uncomfortable. He's an introvert. He does this for his fans and everything, and I get that. And we love him for it. But he's an introvert. You can tell he didn't really like the whole crowd coming in like that, and I understand that completely. And eventually, if I ever get that famous, I just hope I can handle it like he does. And I'm just so proud of him and how he's gotten to that point where it's like that. And he doesn't even want it to be like that. That's the thing. But it just is what it is. You can't really change that type of stuff. But Corey left. Um, I was trying to go to a rave after this, but Corey left. Everybody cleared out. When I tell you everybody was almost there for him, when Corey left, like all the booths pretty much were unoccupied besides like a wrestling one. But other than that, everything was kind of done for. And so everybody cleared out, got more food, got drinks and everything. By this time, it's like 7 o'clock. And then I meet somebody. His name is Tay or Tahe. But his name is Tay. That's how it's pronounced. But we start talking about Corey Kenshin, about his books and everything, and then he's like, I have a YouTube channel. And he was like, I had somebody come up to me and ask about my YouTube channel, and it made me so hyped. And I was like, I get that. I haven't had that yet. So when I get that, I know I'm gonna be hyped. And like we were all talking about like how Corey takes it so well and that he remembers most of these things that all these people do for him. And he loves it. He loves it. I mean, he hates it at certain points, like when people are crowding around him and stuff, but he loves his fans and he really does. And it's like I can't wait until I'm at a level where I'm able to get that same respect and give people that same respect as he does. It's like it's just it's so surreal. Like I said, it's just there's so much that he does for people, and then some people don't even know. I had some people ask me like, "What is this booth for?" And they were like, "Oh, I've heard of him, but that's it." But it's like you watch a video, you're gonna get hooked. It's that simple. Or you read his manga, you're gonna get hooked. It's really that simple. I bought 2 books. I got the tag here, but I bought 2 books. I bought this hat. That's why I'm wearing it now. I already had his merch and everything, but it was a wonderful time. I went to the rave for like 10 minutes. I saw my phone was about to die. I did not know where my car was. I could not have found it without my phone. So I went to my phone, went to my Life 360. My mom still has it for me. Thankfully, she has the premium plan, so I was able to retrace all my steps straight back to my car. And then I left. I didn't think Corey was going to be there Sunday just because of how hectic it was Saturday. And I'd asked some people, and even some of the staff are like probably not, but they don't know for sure. But so I went home, and then today I woke up, I got ready, got everything done, did the stuff I needed to do for the day. And then I got a text from my homeboy that I met there named Tay, and it was him with a video of Corey Kenshin. And I was like, okay. he got a video of him with Corey Kenshin and he sent it to me. That's cool. So I look at the video and then Corey Kenshin says my name. He says my name, guys. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. And then he says, what does he say? He says, Prince, thank you for coming out. I hope to see you next time. Um, I'll see you on the next video. And he does the freaking samurai slice thing. It made my day, brother. Like when I went and saw that thing, I ran straight to my brother's room. I showed him. I called my other brother. I sent video to him. I sent it to my whole group chat. I sent it to, well, I tried sending it to my mom. My mom was probably asleep, but I sent it to my mom. It was like it was so surreal. Like I was in awe. I was in shock because I didn't even think that could happen. I didn't know he was gonna show up today, and I specifically did not think he would put me in a name on a video. And the thing is, when Corey left, everybody left. But me and Tay, the person I was telling y'all about, me and Tay, we hung out. We started talking about Corey, and we were like, let's go take a picture with the staff members. We didn't get one with Corey Kenshin, but we can at least get some with the staff members, because they did what they could do. So we got a picture with them, and it turns out I met his business partner and everything, and we clicked, and it was great. And I was like, if you can, man, if you can get a video and somehow send it to me or something, with you and Corey, that'd be nice. And Vincent remembered that. He remembered that day. He was like, "This and one other person are the people who took pictures with us. If you could send Prince a video, you can." And Corey did it. He did it just like that. He made my day, man. He really did. And that's why I love him to like such a point. And I know a lot of people say, or he says he doesn't want to be idolized or anything, but he's my idol. He's like who I've looked up to recently ever since I started watching him. Like he he sets such a good example for people. He's such a chill person. He's so nice. And it's like if I could get to that point where it's like I'm able to get that happiness that he gives other people and I can do that for people, it's just he's at that level where you just say his name. You say his name and you start smiling. Or you get a video that you didn't even know was for you. And you're like, I'm glad he's doing that for somebody else. And then you see it's for you and then you get happier. It's like there's so many things that he does that people don't even understand. And if y'all are watching this and y'all haven't watched him, CoryxKenshin, YouTube, or Monsters We Make the manga, and just read it. Just read it. Just watch his videos. I guarantee you'll get hooked. I guarantee you'll love it. It's just a great. He's a great guy, guys, and it's just I love him for what he does. I really do, and a lot of the fans do as well. And some fans hate on him, or I would say critics hate on him. But critics are supposed to critique; they're not supposed to hate for real. So it's like certain ones are just a little iffy, but a lot of his fans love him, and you can tell he loves us back. And it was such a great thing to see him say my name and do the samurai slice. Like you don't understand how happy I was. I told Bailey, I called my mom, I called Divine, I called somebody else, and they were like, I'm glad for you. I was like so giddy. Like I'm a thug. I'm a thug usually. But when I tell you I got this thing, and he was like, Hey Prince, I'm glad you came. Show up again next time. Bro, when he said my name, I was like, oh my God. It was so surreal, man. It was so surreal. But Momocon overall was a great event. I'll definitely be showing up to more. Um, Whenever Corey goes out to other events or posts or Monsters We Make post any other events, I'm gonna try to head out to those because it was a great time. Like I said, it was a great time. I got to see him, which was the best, and then I got a video personally from him. It was great. It was wonderful, and I don't want to make this too long. I don't even know how long it's been. I don't have the time. Oh, it's been pretty decently long. So I'm gonna just let y'all get out of here. But MomoCon was great. It was wonderful. I wish I could have came today. I wish I could have got a picture with him, me dapping him up or something. But even getting that video from him, it was a dream come true. That is my idol, and I love him, man. And a lot of people do, and he loves us back. But MomoCon, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for bringing him in, and let me know when y'all do another one, and I'll be there. I'll be right there. But I love all y'all. That's just my review. It was a great time. I'm gonna start reading these books, and I'm gonna probably start watching YouTube after that. But I love y'all, man, and I'll be back with more videos soon. He inspired me to start doing it again. See, I'm telling you, he's such an inspiration to everybody. But I love all y'all, and we gonna be back.